What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing today? We got Brady Russell, Pika Ninja God, Southstar 44, Saito, Shiny Lucario, Sheer Cold Vanillix, Brady Russell again. Congrats on that Shiny Rowlet, man. Best Pokemon ever. Pokeblocks Wizard, Lilatroid, Cinder Clouds. Welcome, guys. Yeah, no, you are correct, Cinder. Yeah, no. Basically, I don't know, my screen, instead of having that starting soon thing showing, just said please stand by, which is very clearly not correct. But yeah, so should be good. Hopefully you guys are seeing this somewhat live. How's everyone doing today? You made state. Congrats, Vanillix. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. So happy. Dude, that's awesome. Congratulations to you. It's staying a Rowlet. Respectable choice. Respectable choice. You know, honestly, it's respectable either way. Decidueye is not a bad shiny at all. But respectable choice there with the with keeping it a Rowlet. Keeping it classy. He's got to have his bow tie, right? Failed shiny Mankey. I've been hunting it for 4 days. You'll get it back, man. You'll get it back, dude. But yeah, so how have you guys been this past week? It's been a little bit since I streamed. I ended up canceling Thursdays. Like I mentioned on Discord, it was because I had to like pack stuff. And I got teased. It was like, oh, going to see Mel. Technically, yes. Technically, but usually for that, it's throw some clothes in like a backpack and go. But no, this time I had a wedding I had to go to. Aren't you glad you're another streamer in the chat? I appreciate it. You can understand this side of the technical difficulties. I was worried somehow my Twitch key got put in OBS. Shouldn't have, but I was, like that would have been a potential. Though like I was just streaming to the wrong platform entirely. But yeah, I was really confused because the way that this YouTube streaming thing works, like the way that the new studio version of it works, like you actually like can't, like the stream on here like won't even let you click start until it's getting the feed from OBS. I really need to get a camera mount. I need to get a better camera mount so we don't have, that's not a thing that happens and continuously moves the camera. But yeah, so I was wondering why like YouTube was like, the stream's all good, but it was also saying like, you know, starting soon. Like, and not like my starting soon, like a YouTube one where it's like waiting for content kind of starting soon. But it's all good now. All good now. But yeah, so this weekend I was at a wedding. That's where I was. So I had to like actually pack. Not just throw a random assortment of clothes in a bag. It's like, you know, gotta make sure I have my suit, gotta make sure I have like good shoes, all that stuff, everything, you know, in place to make that go okay. And I had to leave from work on Friday for that. So, like, I had to have it all packed Thursday night. So, I don't know. There's some, like, weird stiffness in my neck. Hopefully it's not a big deal. Riolu is slow. Shiny Lugia doesn't exist. Same old stuff. I gotcha. I gotcha. Had some ups and downs this past month and hoping to pass your class. I wish you the best, Lila. I wish you the best. This is that time of year. This is that time of year. Like, this is that time in the semester, especially with college stuff, where it's like you're past the midterm at this point. Like, just barely. You're past it. So things are starting to, like, ramp up, as well as you just had midterms, you've just had projects. All this massive amount of your grade just gets set in stone right now, and then you're like, oh boy, how's the rest of this gonna go? So I feel that. This is that time where I started kind of getting to the point where I had to start toning back streams a little bit. Because, yeah. This is that stressful moment. I feel that. I feel that. It's all gonna go good, Lila. It's all good. After you claim Mankey, you're gonna hunt Mr. Mime or Magmar. Hey, awesome. Sticking with the M's. You're 100% sure you've not passed. Good luck. How's it going, Derpy Dog? Welcome to the stream. Sorry to hear how you're feeling about your classes. Yeah, no, it's not a good feeling. It's definitely not a good feeling when, like, the grades come back and it's like, oh, that's not good. I've known that. I've had that feeling before. Is spaghetti a breakfast food or no? If you eat it at breakfast, it is. Wasn't a single moment in your stream where you had a dead chat. Awesome! Awesome. Today was good. It was really fun. Turns out making a Town of Salem custom roll list is 100% something you can do on stream, and it gives you something to talk about. Yeah, honestly, that's the big thing is, like, especially in shiny hunting-esque streams. Like, we've talked about this before. Dead chats are so much worse. Like, they're not great in any stream. Like, dead chat means less people coming by. Horrible, horrible, vicious, positive feedback loop. And all that. But, like, in shiny hunting streams, it's like, there's only so much you can talk about the content of the stream. There comes a point where the entire idea is to be talking with chat. So yeah, no, it's always great to have some stuff to talk about. It's always great. Like, as opposed to, you know, something like the Mario Maker streams where it's like, there can not be a message for like 30 seconds or so, because, yeah, oh, he's focused on the content. Like, he's focused on the game, where not the case with shiny hunting so much. But glad that the stream went well. No dead chats. That's awesome. That is awesome. Also, guys, I'm really excited as far as YouTube stuff goes and everything, and also Mario Maker, because I've been waiting a while to be able to do this, and I'm really excited that I now can. So I'm going to show you guys in a second once we do like one more encounter. I haven't played that in forever. I've never played it. I've heard it's really good. I just haven't played it. Not Wonder traded a shiny Ghastly at level 98 named Troll. I'm trying to find your Game Boy Advance charger and you're not going to buy one because you're not defeated yet. You'll find it, man. You'll find it. You'll find it. But guys, I gotta show you this because I'm really excited. And you can thank Juan for this. I'm pretty sure he nearly single-handedly paid for this. But yeah, I'm like really excited to be able to use this now. Because this has been my biggest thing with the Mario Maker videos. I'm gonna put it up because it's not gonna work with this layout. But like, we got a green screen. We have a green screen now. So that's gonna make the Mario Maker videos way better, since you won't like have the whole background in there. But yeah, that's something I'm really excited about. I'm excited to have. It came in today. So hopefully this means I can start making some more Mario Maker content again. Especially now that also that shiny hunt on my Switch is done. So everything should be good with that. Mentioned making Town of Salem rules based on Pokemon, like Latias and Brazian and Ninetales. And someone said you should make a Shuckle game mode as a joke, but you actually did it. Everything with Shuckle's a good idea. Luigi's Mansion 3 next Thursday? Awesome! Awesome. So many good games coming out on the Switch. Like, at least one a month until, like, March. You should get it. It's really fun and also you need people to help you build. Test out roll lists. I'll consider it. I'll consider it. All of my time that I can possibly be on my computer playing video games right now is being sucked up by Minecraft, though. My friends and I started back up a new world, I guess over a month ago at this point. So I've talked about it before on here, but yeah, we've been getting into that a good bit, or at least I've been getting into that a good bit. There's like 3 of us who are regularly on and a couple others who will pop in and out. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Like, when I'm not on stream and I'm at my computer, Minecraft's open. I had an adventure today of, I went to the Nether because I needed like 1 piece of glowstone to work on a farm. And, yeah, I was like, I needed 1 piece of glowstone to make it work. Went through the portal and a gas blew up the portal, so then I spent like an hour finding gravel in the Nether to get back. But yeah, so that's always the fun stuff that happens with it. Green screen, you called it. Is chat that is the actual stream pretty behind? But yeah, we got a green screen. I'm excited. I got it all set up and it works. Works pretty well. Especially with the fact that like I have the lights and stuff. So, yeah, the lights definitely help. I turned off the box lights with it and left like my apartment lights normal, and it did not work. So yeah, it's good to have these box lights for it. Is it Animal Crossing? Is what Animal Crossing? If you can play 3DS games on 2DS XL, you will get Ultra Moon. Yes, you can. It's a free game? What's a free game? Town of Salem? How far behind is this chat? It shouldn't be too far behind. Okay. I was really worried. I think at the beginning I felt like I was a solid like minute and a half ahead of it. I don't think I am though. Speaking of Minecraft, you remade your viewer service, now it's on a better host. Awesome. Also, you bought a realm if you want, you're 100% welcome to join the realm. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. Getting Sword and Shield before January for me and Meowth. Good plan. That and Chunky Pikachu. The real reasons to get Sword and Shield. Town of Salem wasn't free anymore. Okay. I guess that's what we were talking about. It's behind. And it's always at least a little bit behind. Theoretically, like, there are settings to make it, like, you know, normal latency or, like, ultra low latency and stuff. But, like, this probably comes from, like, how bad my internet was for 2 years in that apartment. But, like, I'm really nervous to do anything other than just normal latency. I still even occasionally have hiccups in it. Only costs $5. That's not too bad. Would pay to watch Ian play horror games in VR? Buy me a headset then. And a computer that can run VR games. Because mine technically is up to spec too, but it can't. It can't. It can barely run Minecraft. It can barely stream. Heck, I've streamed on Twitch one time for Mario Maker, and just because the files were slightly bigger and like all that stuff, it wrecked my computer. So that's one of the things I really need to do is just build a new PC. This one's getting to be 5-ish, or it's like 4.5. Which is not bad. Not super old for a computer by any means. Like, not at all. But it's been through a bit. It costs $10, which is still very reasonable. Yeah, that's not too bad for a game. Well, not too bad for a game overall. Played it on PC yesterday. Never was has to pay. Yeah, but if you already downloaded it when it was free, they're not going to charge you after you downloaded it. That's not how free. That's not how sales work. Imagine if that's how sales work. Like, you bought the game for like 70% off, and then like a month later, it's like, oh yeah, no, it's full price again. Give us the money now. Do it? Do what? I mean, I'm not the one who would have to... I can't exactly pay myself. That's not how credit cards work, unfortunately. It's an online website game. Oh, okay. Did not know that. Me, Meowth, thought I was a Alolan executor. I don't know. I'm kind of getting more excited for Sword and Shield here. That's kind of been my whole thoughts throughout this. It's like, as it goes on and we see more and more, the more I'm like warming up to it. We'll see how I feel on like the night of playing through it for the first time. I'm behind on chat. Vanillix, I am at the very bottom of chat. When I read that, and then your two typos, or you saying Che twice and then chat, it's at the bottom of chat. That's... I can't read it any faster. I'm reading it as you hit enter, basically. Send you your old headset. He's gonna sell it, but who needs money when you can see me cry? Like I said, I still don't have a computer that can run it, so it wouldn't be useful at the moment. Started soft resets for Sword and Shield are gonna be super quick. Yeah, I heard what, like you can save right before picking. As long as, and they haven't shown it, which it's really not something you would show, so I don't blame them. Like, you wouldn't go, oh, look at how quickly you can restart a game. Like, hopefully they have proper soft resets, and not the, like, required hard reset of let's go. Yeah, stream delay. Yeah, like, it's not instant that you guys see the video. There's the delay of... The reason that conversations can take so long across a stream is when you type a message, I immediately see it, and I like can respond to it then. But then my video has to go to YouTube, and then YouTube processes it, and then they send it to you. And unless you like set it to ultra low latency, which can cause a whole lot of quality issues, that's a solid like 15 to 30 seconds. Then you see it, and then you respond to it, and then I read it again. And that's why there can be like a minute between like conversation bits on a chat. Send your old PC, you want to see me suffer. Oh god. Oh god, because I don't like horror games at all. I'm not a horror person. So I feel like I'm digging myself into a hole I don't want to be in. Then don't act like you don't. Oh wait. This is also green. So now that chroma key's set up. Ha! Nice. My water bottle is now slightly transparent. On stream. Yo, what's going on, Karim? Welcome to the stream, my friend. How are you doing today? How are you doing? So guys, what's everyone's thoughts? If anyone still plays it, because I know they kind of dropped the ball recently and the hype's died back down. For anyone who's still playing Pokemon Go, what are y'all's thoughts on like the Halloween event this year? Because last year was super exciting. Because A, because, like, it was a decent event with decent, like, cool Pokemon spawning and themed properly and stuff. B, I just got back into Pokemon Go, so it was, like, enjoyable to play because there was a whole bunch of new stuff in my, like, that I was experiencing. And I was also on a college campus where it was just, in general, way more fun. But, yeah, this year, like, the only difference between this year and last year is the Pikachu outfit. And I guess the costumes and raids. But I've only been able to do one of those. Is it wrong to kill a shiny just because you hate the Pokemon? I think so, but I don't speak for everyone. There are definitely hunts, especially depending on what, like, category of hunt it is. We're, like, running away from it, or, like, we're running away or KOing it, like, makes sense. I still don't do it, but I know there are times where it makes sense. Not been playing Pokemon Go because you're still mad about the Flower Crown, Eevees' field research rewards. That's the main thing I was saying about they dropped the ball. I know a lot of people are really upset that not only did that happen, but it's been a 2-month-long research reward. I'm mildly okay with it because I didn't get many at all during the initial Flower Crown event and kind of want all of the evolutions as Flower Crown. But I also haven't done enough research for that to even matter, and I'm probably only going to get like 2 of them. So, yeah, also I'd much rather just have Legends in it. Why not just give us Legends in it? My biggest complaint is the fact that Spiritomb is the exact same special, like, research stuff again. Like, you just introduced Gen 5, give us a Gen 5 Ghost type. Like, that's how you introduced Spiritomb, was, it's a Gen 4 event that introduced, like, Drifloon and all these Pokemon. Let's introduce another, like, Gen 4 Ghost Pokemon. Why do they have to introduce the same one twice? Like, you know that they didn't have a good idea when they have to go back and modify the old event name. Because they didn't even change the event name. There's like, this is the 2018 one, and now here's a 2019 one. Granted, I'm still doing it, because it's basically just play the game, but slightly more frequently. You know, get 108 Pokemon caught, use 108 berries, do that junk. Yo, Yoshi Flash, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You've joined the chat. Welcome to the chat. Writing some stuff for English class, and you're writing about Joker. Now the hard part is wording. How so? Just give me legendaries that have a chance to be shiny, not Eevee with a Flower Crown. Technically, it can be shiny, so I gave you that much. But yeah, it's still Eevee with a Flower Crown. You bet this encounters it? We'll see, man. Unfortunately, it was not. We'll keep going, though. Pogo Halloween is good, but you can't play, so you can't send any gifts. I feel that. I'm trying to say I fell. I just kept saying fall. I fell out of Pokemon Go for, I guess, probably a month or two. Like, the problem is, like, it's easy to play at work. Like, I can show up in the morning, spin the Pokestop by my desk, and, like, hit the gym above the, like, next to the building at 1. Or, not at 1, but at lunch, which is around 1, so I guess kind of. But, like, I can do that. But it's not the same, like, because I really don't have the ability to walk around and play Pokemon Go all day like I did in college. You know? So I kind of fell out of it. Like, it hit me finally, like, a month ago. It's kind of like, this isn't nearly the same experience. Like, this is not the same game that it was a year ago. Like, it really just kind of, it's that difference between, like, living somewhere that it's great to play the game, and then living somewhere where it's like, I already hit every Pokestop within, like, a 5-mile radius. How am I going to hit 8 that I haven't hit before, kind of thing. Didn't guess it. It happens. We've only had, in the history of these streams, which is over 2 years, we've had one person guess it in the entirety of the streams. Shiny Kyogre and Shiny Latias greater than Shiny Flower Crown Eevee. Absolutely. What do they take away a chance to get? Shiny Latias and Shiny Kyogre. What a shame. But 2 encounters after this encounter, you'll get it. We'll see, man. We'll see. Is it wrong that you just started playing Pokemon? Not at all. I don't know, everyone's getting into Pokemon all the time. It's never a wrong time to start something. Like, especially when it comes to video games. Like, you could find some, like, kind of, you know, sass response there with some random thing that it's like, well, you shouldn't do that at this time. Like, but, yeah, as far as video games, there's never, like, a bad time to get into a game. If you like it, then get into it and play it. Don't worry about what anyone else says about, oh, you know, you should have been playing this for years or something, but, yeah, no. Do what you want to do. Heck, look at Minecraft. Minecraft, like, suddenly became extremely popular again. Like, 10 years after it came out. And it's not like it's Minecraft 2. It's just Minecraft. It's a 10-year-old game that got popular again. Hard for you since the whole thing is about what's real. It's hard to tell which event in the movie is reality and which are just hallucination. I haven't seen the movie yet. Rip. Granted, I kind of think that that was already, like, the general plot ahead of time. But, rip. We'll be on encounter 2,447. Alright, Yoshi Flash, we will see. Get a Rift quest, no PC needed. But that doesn't play games I can have on my PC. They can't play games anyway. I meant playing Pokemon Go, not Pokemon in general. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I got into Pokemon Go last year. I downloaded it the night that it came out. Played it for a little bit, but again, wasn't at college at the time. Like, I was just at home for the summer. Immediately got bored of it, as well as all the server issues. But then got back into it, made a new account, and started playing once they announced Melton Melmetal. So that's like... yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, get into Pokemon Go whenever you want. Like, it's constantly that game that I feel like, even beyond the normal Pokemon franchise, just gets railed if they do something wrong. Rightfully so, because when they do something wrong, they tend to do it pretty wrong and stupidly. But, yeah, like, you'll find people saying, oh, well, it was ruined however many, you know, months or years ago, and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, no. Honestly, it's a fun game to kind of pass the time. Hey, you're good, Karim. You're good, man. Like, that much I had kind of already figured. But, yeah. You're good. Yo, Juan Manuel Garcia, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Just watched Hobbs and Shaw at the movie theater and need to drive your buddy home. Be right back. Alright, dude. Alright. Hope you enjoyed the movie. Gotta go. I wasn't here long after 2447. Alright. See you later, Yoshi. Thanks for tuning into the stream, man. Good to see ya. Hope to see you again soon. Gotta go. Alright, see you later, Derpy Dog. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you again soon. Hopefully we can get this today, guys, because I think the plan is for Thursday to start our Halloween hunt. We're most of the way through October, so it'd probably be a good idea to get on that. I think the plan is to do Ghastly. We never really got another, like, good option out of that, because, like I mentioned, a lot of the ones that were suggested by you guys we have done before, which, well, technically not impossible. I'd kind of like for a big hunt to be, like, a different Pokemon, you know? So I think we're going to try Ghastly and see how that goes. Back on the topic of Town of Salem, usually record your gameplay. So if you want, you can show you some of your super epic Town of Salem gameplay. Post it. Post it. Yo, yes, IDEK, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Which game for Ghastly? That's a good question. That's a really good question. Because I could either do Let's Go, Or I could do, like, Sun. I think either of those I could do. I could do, like, an SOS hunt there, you know, make sure I've set it up properly. Or we could do Let's Go and do a catch combo for it. I don't know if that'd be a good idea, though. What are you guys' thoughts on that? I'll leave it up to you, because this is going to probably be one of our last, like, Generation 7 hunts. You know, if it goes over... Here's what's one of the problems is. I'm probably not going to be able to stream on Halloween. I got a convention that weekend that starts that day, and a bunch of people are staying with me for that, so I can't exactly stream when there's a whole bunch of people over in my apartment for the night. So basically, it seems like we're gonna have Thursday, Tuesday, and then it's November, and then we got like 3 or 4 streams in November before it's Gen 8. So we don't really have that long compared to a lot of the hunts that we do, and how long they can take to get these shinies. So no matter what, Thursday we're switching over to it. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it up to you guys, because this is basically our last Generation 7 hunt. Or it's going to be. At least for like a good bit. Do yellow? That wasn't an option. Nor is it possible to really shiny hunt that in there. Maybe we should do a poll in the Discord. Maybe. Does Discord have built-in polls, or is it just like straw poll in Discord? Yo, what's going on, Embo, and welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Yeah, so I'm torn, because SOS, my favorite hunting method, but we also haven't done a hunt in Let's Go successfully since Weedle, which was like the day that the game came out. Like, I got Weedle, we did that one successfully, day 1, and then we did Psyduck after that, and then I went back to, then like I failed that, and we went back to normal hunts. Been caught up with work, I feel that. Select the symbol for which game you want. Ah, true. That is actually a clever idea. I forgot that that's a thing you can do. I think it's technically, like, either way it's called a straw poll, but in the specific case of, like, the website straw poll for it. But yeah. I see what you're saying. So we can do that. We do that. So basically, either we're deciding between SOS and Sun, or Catch Combo and Let's Go. Oh, I'd be really nervous about a Catch Combo hunt. I'd be really nervous about that. Because they're high level, and I still go by my... Excuse me. Catch everything in a Pokeball. Even in that game, even after Psyduck, even after I lost a Golbat off stream, because it just popped up and it was super high level. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be really nervous about that. It would raise the stakes for it, for sure. I don't know if I'd want to go out on a shiny fail for this gen. Do Let's Go? We'll see. Like I said, I'm probably gonna, or like Karim suggested, I'll probably make a poll in Discord after the stream. Someone remind me, please. I keep forgetting to do things. So someone like just at me in Discord after the stream saying make the poll. And I'll make that. I just tell someone else to make it, but I feel like a lot of people who aren't in the stream wouldn't realize. And like it was legit the poll that I was gonna look at, so just let me know and I'll do it after the stream. Remind me and I will. You're gonna do it now? Oh, you're gonna at me? Yeah, actually, if you do it now, I won't see it until after the stream. Yeah, it's really trippy having this chroma key turned on right now, because like you guys have seen my water ball. I think I can actually show it on here. Nope, not that. Not that one. In this. Yeah. The water bottle is just green enough to like pick it up. And since there's a solid color behind it, it just looks like a different color water bottle. I'm so excited to have that green screen now, guys. It's going to be so nice to be able to use. So hopefully with that green screen, I can get Mario Maker going again. It's been too long. It's been over a month, I think, and like we only did 2 of those. After over 2K Azelf's, do you even remember what the cry sounds like? No. Nah. I'll be straight up. I don't. But it will sound really weird when I hear a different one. Like, if we do get Azelf and get Ghastly before Sword and Shield drops, we'll have like 1, maybe 2 streams of like, what do we do? So if I go back to the soft resets for that, like, yeah, that would be it would still be enough where it's like, now that I've done it for so long, it's like, this sounds wrong, like this sounds not right. Like, I couldn't tell you why, but it sounds not right. That's what happened with Regice. I got so used to Regice's sound that as soon as we moved on to Registeel, I was like, it's like something's off. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes, though. Like, it's like you basically just go on autopilot for all these, which on one hand, terrifying. You don't want to go on autopilot for this. Like, that's a bad thing. That's a very bad thing. But at the same time, there's usually a pretty good chance that, like, if you are on autopilot, seeing a different color Pokemon's enough to snap you out of it. Like, you don't really register it in your head. It's kind of like if you drive, like somewhere like to school or to work every single day, the same way, same time, all that stuff. Eventually there will be at least one day where you make it all the way to work or all the way to school and you're just like, how did I get here? It's just that part of your drive or that part of your day is so repetitive that eventually your brain just goes, yeah, it's the same information as before. I don't need to remember it. And just doesn't remember it at all. It's like, if I remember one of these, I've remembered them all. If there's nothing, like, of significance that happens on it. Like, as long as, like, someone doesn't, like, cut you off or, like, you don't see something that catches your mind, like, your brain just tunes it out. It just completely gets rid of that because there's no need. That's what's happening with these shiny hunts, I feel. Is, like, I actually am registering everything. It's just because, you know, so far we've done 2,471 of these. There's no need to remember every single one of them. Just remembering that I have done them is enough. Like, remembering one and going, yeah, you did this thing a bunch is enough, outside of the one time that it's shiny. We should get a Direct this month or next month, I hope. Nintendo Direct or Pokemon Direct? I don't think... We probably won't see a Direct. We'll get a couple more announcements with Pokemon, I feel. People are really, like, getting antsy about the fact that we haven't seen the starter evolutions yet. Who knows, they might just not show them to us, but I doubt that's going to be the case. Like, we haven't seen anything about those. Yeah, so we'll probably see some more Pokemon information. I don't think it's going to be a Direct. The thing is, most of the time with Directs, the idea is to inform you that a new game is going to come out down the line, prepare and budget to buy it. They're not going to tell you that right before the biggest, like, video game purchasing season of the year. Like, basically anything from like mid-October through December, you're not getting any information about new stuff. You're not getting any information about anything that isn't launching right now, because they want you to buy the stuff right now. They don't want you to be, like, on the fence of, do I get Pokemon or do I not? And then go, look at this amazing feature in Animal Crossing. That's coming out in March. Nah, they're going to tell you about Pokemon a bit more, because if you go, oh, Pokemon's cool, and you buy it, and then they go, look at this amazing feature in Animal Crossing, you're like, I gotta get that, you'll get them both. But if they tell you about both of them early on while you're still on the fence about which one to get, you'll just get the one with the cooler thing. So yeah, you're not gonna see any, like, Nintendo Direct until at least January or February. Nintendo with Pokemon in it. Yeah, we're not gonna see that before the end of the year. The starters might not get starter evos. That would be the biggest change they've ever done. Honestly, out of everything, that would be the biggest and probably more controversial change than Dexit. Like, if we're being completely real, that would be a bigger change than Dexit. Because there have been games where you can't catch every single Pokemon in the game, or you can't transfer Pokemon from older games. Like, that's happened before. For various reasons, but it has happened before. The starter's not evolving. The idea with the starters is that, like, they're, like, weak Pokemon when they're with you, like, when you get them at first, and then, like, you know, you train together, and they grow as you grow, blah, 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 that whole metaphorical, you know, deep introspective type stuff. Ultimately, they always have garbage stats in the end of the day, but, like, comparatively to some other Pokemon, like Pseudo Legends and stuff, they have terrible stats, but, like, they've always had evolutions. It would be interesting if they didn't, because I'm gonna be real. As much as I like the Galar the starters for Galar, like, I do like them. If they decided not to make them evolve, that would be the blandest set of starters. Barring evolutions from all of them, looking at base starters, it would be the blandest set of starters. Like, it'd be them and then Gen 1. To be completely real, as far as, like, they all feel very similar and stuff like that, you know, so it'd be really weird if they didn't. But I also don't know the timeline that they usually announce that kind of stuff with. Like, I feel like at this point we already knew at least Dartrix. You know, Dartrix, Brionne, and Torracat. Like, I feel like we at least knew those at this point. Because we are within a month of the game coming out. We are... What? 1, 2... 3.5 weeks from those games coming out. I don't know how much information they're going to pack into 3 weeks. Like, I just don't know. I don't know how they would put much information into 3 weeks. But They might. They might. Honestly, they had some pretty... I feel like Usum and Let's Go both had some pretty late on, like, look at what we can do, or like what these games have. But, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of information we don't have about Sword and Shield. Which on one hand is great. I'm okay with going into a game kind of blind. But at the same time, with the news that has been announced about Sword and Shield, I don't know how I feel about not knowing a lot of the information that I have questions about. Like, you guys get me with that? Saw Galarian, Farfetch'd, and Dan TDM's Sword and Shield video. Farfetch'd doesn't have a Galarian form. Farfetch'd just evolves into Sirfetch'd. Right? Like, that's something they would have announced together. Like, this is similar to a Pikachu to a Alolan Raichu kind of situation. But even weirder, because, like, it only evolves in this one. Like, it's not like there was a Sirfetch'd before this Galarian Sirfetch'd. But, like, do you guys get me on the, like, weird state that these games are in? Like, I went into Sun and Moon. Just zero information aside from the starters existing. Like, I had no knowledge of those games. This is before I was super duper big into Pokemon, and like my goal with playing those games was just to play the story and call it, so I guess it's a little bit different in that regard, but I remember those being games where I was like, I don't need reviews, I don't need to know necessarily all the information, Pokemon's Pokemon, I can trust Game Freak, and went in and bought it midnight release. Like, no reviews, sight unseen games. And here we are, and it's like, I've been following all the news, I play these games constantly. I know I'm getting them. Like, that's not a question. Just, at the very least for this stuff. But, like, I know so much more than I knew about the other one. About, like, Sun and Moon. And I still feel like this is the one I need to know more about than, like, I knew about Sun and Moon, right? Pokemon learn from Sun and Moon, and not to show too much information. They really did, I feel like, overshow with, especially Usum. I guess, I don't know. Like I said, I really wasn't too big into the, like, looking at all the news. It just was brought up more in my friend group with Sun and Moon than it has been with, Sword and Shield. Yeah, it's like, I went into Sun and Moon pretty blind. Went into Usum completely not blind. Because all that stuff. Let's Go was just Kanto again. Like, so I don't think anyone was blind to what those games were bringing to the table. Not much new. But I feel like Sun and Moon, or not Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield are the ones that people are like, I want to see some more. And not in the, like, give us some more information to be hype about. It's like, can you show us what a route looks like? Can you show us, like, what a town looks like? Like, can you show us these basic, like, the wild area is cool, we get it. Show us something outside the wild area. Show us some, like, legitimate content in this game. Because, as cool as the wild area is, I don't want the game to be 100% keep walking back and forth through the wild area. Like, having routes that went everywhere and stuff makes the game so much more, like, cool in my opinion. Leonardo Ruiz, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Everyone show Leonardo some love in the chat. Some sub hype. Dragon Tamer, welcome to the stream. Did you get your shiny Sigaleo Lunala yet? You got 2 codes for both games. I have not. I need to go get it. Are you in the US? Because the US is doing that, like, Pokemon Pass app thing. So I'm not even sure if I can get 2 codes. But I need 2 codes. I need a Solgaleo and I need a Lunala. So hopefully it, like, at least lets me claim 1 in Sun, 1 in Moon or something. And it's not just, like, claiming multiple codes on one device, because obviously you usually can't do that. But, like, I don't know, I'm hoping that I can get it without doing some weird finagling with some old beat up smartphone. Sub hype indeed. Bobby V, that's me. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Might get one they never revealed. That is true. Like, they don't necessarily have to reveal everything. That is true. So they could have just like been, oh, hey, look at this new one, but also, hey, look, it does have a different form. Glad they're keeping things secret, though. I am too, but the thing is, like, I'm totally okay with them not telling us who every gym leader is and what all the gym types are and, like, what... Like, they don't need to go into, like, this detail of, like, alright, well, if you walk the, like, 30 meters that is this route, and then, like, there are a number of grass patches on this side. I don't need to see the whole game. Yeah, obviously the idea is to be able to explore it and have fun and, like, learn the story and the lore as we go along. But can you show me what, like, the quality of the towns are and what the quality of, like, the routes are? Because people are railing the wild area left and right. Like, I don't think anyone's not seen that. It's a neat thing, but, like, it's a neat concept, and, like, polished or unpolished, it's a different thing that they've done, and I understand why they're showing it off. But it concerns me that that's the only thing they're showing off. Like, they haven't shown us much as far as what routes look like and stuff. Like, we've gotten little glimpses, but they haven't just... I would be okay if, like, you know, there's 20 routes in the game or something. Like, 20 routes between various towns and various routes. Like, you can show me one. Like, you're not spoiling the story if you show me a random route with, like, the NPCs on it and stuff. Like, just show us one route. Show us, like, a little bit of one town. Do that much. I would be really appreciative of that much. Like, you guys get me on that? Yo, Greg, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. They are cards at GameStop. Oh, they are cards? So you don't need the Pass app? Did they back out on that? That would be a smart move on their part. I don't know. That app's really dumb. Like, I kind of get it, but I also really don't. Like, I downloaded it to get, I guess, one of the shiny Pikachus or Eevees or whatever for Let's Go. I haven't even put it in the game yet. Like, I don't know, I just never did. I collected it. It's on my phone, technically, I guess, but... You're doing great! Awesome! How about myself? I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. Got a green screen today, so I'm going to be using that for some other videos and stuff. I'm excited to use it, because I've been waiting to be able to get it. And with Super Chats and donations, I was finally able to. So thank you guys for that. Big thank you again, Juan Manuel Garcia, with his insane amounts of Super Chats he's been given recently. At least we get gyms back better than Trials. Yeah, I don't know. I was okay with Trials for the one gen. I'm glad that it wasn't like a, hey, we're just changing the formula and we're sticking with this permanently. But I can respect it. I can respect it. I feel like Sun and Moon, a lot of the things that people kind of dislike as far as what was different about it, I think it was a good thing for Game Freak. I think in that case it was a very good thing. They stepped outside of the comfort zone of Pokemon being an 8 gym, then Elite 4, with, you know, defeating the evil team between gyms 6 and 7. Like, that's how it's always been. Is, you know, you play through like 5 gyms with occasional run-ins with, you know, the evil team. And then it would build up over the course of like a gym or two. Then you would fight them, and then at the very least you'd have Gym 8 after that. And then you'd go to the Elite Four, beat it, that's the story, you're the champion. It works. Obviously that formula works. It's sold well for 20 years. I like the idea that they stepped outside of that, and we're like, we want to try something a little bit different. They've been developing the same formula for 20 years. What do they mix it up? What will people like? What will people not like? And they set it in a setting that made sense for it to be so different. Like, Alola is this remote island chain. Like, of course, like, it's, you know, there's this Pokemon League over in the other regions, but, like, those regions are super far away. They haven't had time to be established and everything over here. So it made sense. It really, really made sense in that regard. But it also makes sense when they go back to gyms. Like, obviously people preferred gyms. They were able to learn that in a natural way, I feel. as well as the fact that just, like, I feel like in general they were already planning on going back to gyms. Like, they weren't going to keep trials. Trials is supposed to be the island challenge thing. It's supposed to be, like, the Pokemon challenge. Green screen fun. Green screens are fun. It'll be great for the Mario Maker stuff. Yo, Juan Manuel Garcia. Speaking of the Super Chats, thank you for the $5 Super Chat. Moist. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I wonder what Ian is. Oh. Let's Pokemon go to my room and catch that shiny Azelf and hate that love you all. Was that supposed to be in... I totally messed up any rhythm that was there, if it was supposed to say there, but... Super Chat, hype. Everyone show Juan Manuel Garcia some love in the chat. Don't want to lose the Z moves. People feel that and Megas. Here's the thing. I can totally respect you wanting to keep Z moves. So much of Twitter was like, I hope they get rid of Z moves and go back to, like, focusing on Megas and adding more Megas. And then as soon as they just removed all of it, they're like, not the Z moves! Like, on one hand, I get that a lot of it's two different vocal groups. One that didn't care, and then, like, one that like, was okay with Z moves, one that didn't like Z moves, and then obviously I think they flipped. But it's just really weird seeing that on Twitter. Like, the amount of hate they got for keeping Z moves around and not focusing on Megas, and then, like, they get rid of them both, and it's like, no, the Z moves are gone. But I can totally respect you wanting to keep Z moves around. Secret, I never use Z moves. I touched them literally zero throughout all of my playthroughs. Aside from maybe once or twice in the, like, on-stream playthrough because you guys requested it. But literally never used them outside of that. Like, I know it probably would have made some of the battles easier, but, like, on the other hand, it really wouldn't have with the way I play. So I personally feel no loss losing Z moves and losing Megas. I never really used either of them. I used Mega Sceptile and Oras, and that's it. So yeah, I had no attachment to those. I did have an attachment to the decks, though. I was pretty salty about that. I'm still excited for the games. Hopefully... Again, another question. How many Pokemon are in this deck? Tell us. Don't tell us which ones they are. Just tell us the number. Yeah, I feel like a lot fewer people would be upset if it's like, we got 700 Pokemon in this game versus being like, oh, there's 400. Obviously, 400 is a big number. The games were perfectly accepted with 151. But, like, there's some key details to these games that used to be assumptions that were perfectly fine to assume that they've turned on their head this time around. So it's like that information that I want. But, yeah, I don't think we're getting that kind of information. Trying something new instead of Z-Crystal in Sword and Shield. Yeah, they got the Gigantamaxing. I heard something about Sword and Shield that's upsetting. I heard Sword and Shield will have their own online service to pay for. I mean, it'll have Home, if that's what you're talking about. That's equivalent to Bank. But I won't be paying for Home. Like, I'm going to buy the games. I'm going to buy both the games. That's just... I will use the games on these streams. I'm going to be buying the games. Whether or not I feel like I'm going to really enjoy them or not, I think I will. But this definitely feels like a time around where I would buy one game. If I wasn't doing YouTube, I would buy one game. Maybe, like, next summer or something, I would buy the second one, like, used or whatever. But this is one where on launch I would buy one game. And it would be, like, the next morning or something. Like, after I've seen some people kind of talk about it and go, okay, yeah, this is better than I expected. Or people just say, don't buy it, it's awful. And then you kind of go, oh boy, what happened? But this is a game I would buy one. I'm not going to lie to myself. I'm not going to say I was ever going to boycott the games. I'm not going to get Home, though. I don't think Home's worth it if they've straight up said that, like, any Pokemon that is catchable or that like you can use in these games is catchable in these games. So, like that defeats the purpose of home. Like they kind of shot themselves in the foot there, I feel, aside from people trying to transfer between their own games without someone else as a mediary. Like as a like middleman kind of thing. But yeah, I won't be getting home. Hopefully cloud saves work with them. I know that they didn't work with Let's Go, but for the love of God, I hope that cloud saves work. Because, like, as much as it's kind of like, okay, cool, you can have a safe profile, all this stuff. Obviously, this isn't something Game Freak did. This is something Nintendo did. Like, moving the saves off the cartridge. If my console fails, all of my save is gone. Whereas it is very highly unlikely for a cartridge to fail unless you yank it out mid-save, and even then, since like the DS era, that hasn't been nearly as big of an issue. Or at least since the later DS era. Heck, we had that prove itself in my copy of Diamond during the Manaphy hunt. Like, the save corrupted, but it has a backup. Gotta go, helping your friend unbox all his stuff into the new apartment. Alright, see you later, Hobbs and Shaw's. It was a really good action movie. It was a very good action movie. I hope to see you again. To go online. Yeah, no, it's Nintendo Switch Online. This is gonna be a big seller of Nintendo Switch Online. So, yeah, it's the like $5 a year, or whatever, that like $20 a year or something. I don't know. I'm paying my friend $5 a year to be on his family plan. There's that, and then there's the like $10 a year or $5 a year, whatever it is, for home. That is a Pokemon service separate from Nintendo Switch Online. That's all that you should have to pay for. There's no way they would be able to get you to pay a subscription on top of a subscription. There's no way Nintendo would do that, because so many people would not do it when they would do the Switch Online. Mario Maker was? Mario Maker was what? When did I talk about Mario Maker? A while ago, but not now. I feel like I've been talking about Pokemon for the past little bit. Mario Maker was a big seller for Switch Online. That doesn't mean Pokemon's not gonna be. Pokemon's gonna be a big seller of the Switch in general. But yeah, no, I agree. Mario Maker was a massive seller of Switch Online. Especially like the fact that you could get Switch Online with a Mario Maker copy. When I bought my copy, I think I mentioned this. When I bought my copy of Mario Maker, the dude was like, oh, do you want the $60 one or the $70 one? I was like, what's the difference? He's like, oh, the $70 one comes with a year of Switch Online. I was like, $60 one then. He's like, oh, are you sure? Like, you know, and he was like going on about how like it's a deal and like, you know, you can't really use the game without it. I'm like, yeah, but I already pay for it. Like, so obviously they were selling a lot with that. Like, the assumption before Mario Maker was not that everyone had Switch Online. Everyone that owns a copy of Mario Maker, that they purchase for themselves at least, has Switch Online. Like, you don't buy that game and then not get online with it. That's just not how that works. Just finished Mela Island, and now you're in Kala Island. Found an Eevee. Need a name quick. Thinking Cookie. Go with Cookie. I like Cookie. I'm terrible with names. Hayomin to Katsukare Taberoya? I think I read that right. I don't actually know what that means though. Konnichiwa. Alright guys, we're probably gonna wrap up the stream kinda soon, probably about 5 minutes. Usual stream time. Someone mad. Got the emojis going. I just remember that on the stream today, someone asked if you're gonna give up on Lugia. Oh yeah, that's always a fun one. When you find the person who's like, why would you keep doing this? It's like, for one, I'm in this deep. May as well keep going. Like, not any closer statistically, but like, no reason to not keep going. But yeah, no, there's like those people. There's like at this point, just hack it in. It's like, but then what's the point of all of this? Like, especially like I don't think a lot of people understand how it's like I've been hunting this for months now. Like, why would I stop now and hack it in? Instead of just making the Pokemon feel kind of worthless, you make the past several months and the Pokemon feel kind of worthless. Yes, it's always interesting. Like, you can tell when someone comes into a stream and they're not really a shiny hunter. Which, no problems at all. Like, everyone's welcome. But you can tell the mentality differences. Someone's like, at this point, why? I know one of my friends was like, okay. Like, I remember one time my friend was like, after I mentioned I had been hunting something for like a week. He was like, so, like, is the shiny, like, the shinies have better stats or something? I was like, nah, it just sparkles when you throw it out. And it's a different color. He's suddenly was no longer intrigued by what I was doing until I hunted Milotic. He was very excited when I got Milotic and really wanted it. I'm like, just do it. But already spent the time, so if you stop now, you wasted it. Yeah, yeah. Admittedly, that's like one of the biggest fallacies for arguments is like, oh, you're already this far, may as well keep going. But like, at the same time, that's the idea of this. Like, you get into a shiny hunt, you should be aware of what you're getting yourself into. That thing you're getting yourself into is potentially a lot of time spent on this one hunt. So yeah, you just gotta like prepare for it and buckle down and go for it. Alright, I think we'll wrap up on 25-25. Got a nice, neat number to end on for the night. Cookie just died. No! Double chin. A double chin from the frowns. Poor Cookie. Hey, you just gotta get Cookie all healed up and be good to go. Mine says the driving force keeping you going for... That kept you going for Verzion. Now Lugia is no different. Lugia is basically Verzion 2.0. Basically. Alright guys, final encounter of the night. Moment of truth. Will we get this shiny? Your mindset is significantly different. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I said this time and time again with my Treecko hunt. It was like, if that had been the first hunt I did, there's no way I would have stuck with it. But, once you've done so many before that, having one go a bit longer isn't a big deal. It happens. It just becomes a thing that happens. It's no longer this massive, like, oh my god, that happened. It's, yeah, nah. You go for 20,000 sometimes. But alright, guys. It's been a great stream. Let's end it, hopefully with a shiny. Moment of truth. Let's see if we can get this. Unfortunately, we did not, so we'll be switching over to Ghastly. Either way we decide to do Ghastly, I'll post the poll in Discord. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to everyone that liked, everyone that subscribed. Big thank you, as always, to everyone in chat. And to Juan Manuel Garcia, yet again, for his super generous super chat donations that have been able to purchase us a green screen. Until next time, guys, take care.
Any ideas? Any ideas?